like you know, the rest of this crap that's going on all over the world, we're going to take a look at Vanguard and see what we can do to make Vanguard great again. You know what I'm saying? Yep. No more of this grade 1 rush crap. Or I'm going to sit at grade 2 and swing a million fucking times and, do all this weird shit. We're going to take it back to one of the original 2 clans. The best clan. The master clan. The master race of card fight Vanguard. We're taking it back to Kagura. You know why? Kagura's the best. There's nothing any of you losers can say about it. But first up, there's a little bit of an elephant in the room. The ban list, limited, forbidden, whatever the fuck they want to call it, came out. So we have our friendly little box here. And inside my box, I have more boxes. And, inside this box, I have the best Kagura deck ever. I don't actually know if it's the best Kagura deck ever, but it's fucking awesome. And you guys should play it, because it's fucking awesome. But inside of this box, there's one special card that, thanks to our beautiful ban list, and thank God for so much retarded shit coming out, that this was able to come off the ban list. On January 30th, we'll be celebrating #Free Conroe Day, where we get our starter from set 1 back, because they haven't really printed anything better than it in 30, 40 fucking sets in 5 years, I don't know. But yeah, that's fucking great. Free Conroe Day. Yeah. And now I'll get into seeing why this badass deck is the baddest of the asses. So you gotta make it look nice and protect those fucking sleeves, yo. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. On the deck profile. Starter, gonna be Conroe. January 30th, if you're not running Conroe, you're doing it wrong. Beautiful. Until January 30th, you run Dragon Knight Sadig. Great starter, second best starter in Kagura. Chain retire, fucking beautiful. Next up, triggers. We got 4 generic Flame Dragon crits, Blu-ray Draco Kid. We do shit old school here. Next, we have 4 Dragon Knight Janet, Blade Master crit. Absolutely beautiful. You should be running 4 if you run Titan in your deck, regardless of what grade 3s you have. Build soul, draw cards, cycle your deck out. A prowess. Then, we have 4 Flame Dragon Heals. Mother Orb Dragon is all the hype. Get yourself a Seal Dragon Shirtling. Get a little old school flair in there. Beautiful. Next, we have 2 Gatling Claw Dragons. Gatling Claw Dragons, absolutely wonderful for picking off grade 0s. Forerunners, all that shit. Solid card. Next, card I like to tech in. Seal Dragon Art Peak. Magic numbers, can't have enough of them. Powers up your grade 2s that can't power themselves up, so they can hit those 11k bodies and build soul for soul blasting skills. Next, we're going to grade 1s. And in the grade 1s, you always got to start with a good set of perfect cards. So, got 4 Protect Orb Dragons. Your countercharge perfect card. If you're not running this in Overlord, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. There's no other way to say it. Because fetchable, countercharge, resource management. Okay. Next, 4 Lizard Soldier Conroe. Well, Lizard General Conroe. Because January 30th, Lizard General Conroe can get fetched by your Lizard Soldier Conroe, so you have on fetch counter charge of up to 4 counter charges in a turn. That is fucking mad for this deck. So worth. All of the worth. The best worth. The greatest worth. Yeah. Next, another great fetchable card. January 30th. Conroe. Hashtag free Conroe day. Let's get this motherfucker back up here. This guy, free Conroe. He's coming back. It's a great card. Boom. Now, another great one. 3 Lizard Soldier Bellog. You don't gotta run 4, cause you can fetch them now. They're coming back. And plus, best grade 1 in Kagura. If you're not running Overlord or just generic Kagura as a whole, this is your best grade 1. To be able to retire stuff on your opponent's turn, Ipras. So good. Make Vanguard great again. Next, 2 Lava Flow Dragon. Fetchable, stride fodder, shiny as fuck. Why not? Now we move on to the grade 2s. Now, next card, obvious as shit. You run 4 of our good buddy, Nahalem. Gains 5k when your strides attack with Overlord name. You shouldn't be on anything other than frickin' Overlord in this deck anyway. And friggin' thing can get huge, well, not huge, but big enough to do the job. Off of the ace or a regular stride attack with some triggers, it's pretty solid. Good card. Next. Fuck yeah, revival set. This card never got printed in English, but printed in Japan, and it's fucking beautiful, and it is Dragon Knight Rulin. It's an intercept Bellog. So whether it gets attacked, gets popped by a skill, or its effect actually goes off, this card is doing its job. Period. End of story. No discussion. None. Nada. None of it. Fucking beautiful card, and I'm so glad we finally have this son of a bitch in English. Next. Neoflame. Made for the grade. Got some nice shiny shit on here. You can combo up with some retire, I guess. But all around not bad. Pretty much in there made for the grade. And then got 2 Dragonic Burnouts. Dragonic Burnout is kind of an iffy card nowadays because you have Defeat Flare Dragon, so you don't really need this card in your deck, nor do you sometimes want to use it because you want to keep those 2 grade 3 Flame Dragon Overlords in your drop zone. But it's still a good card, it's still like a good tech choice for 2. Now going into the grade 3s. My favorite. You don't run grade 3s, you're a bitch. Next up. 4 Dragonic Overlord the Legend. Legend deck. It's pretty good, gotta say. Check top 5 for Flame Dragon. Beautiful. Beautiful Generation Break 2. Fetch heal triggers. Fetch attacking units. Fetch stride fodder. Fetch Generation Break 2 fodder. Fetch perfect guards. It is good, senor. Next up, one of my favorite and probably key cards of the deck is Spherical Lord Dragon. It's a grade 3 Nahalem, and a lot like the Alfred Ride Fixer. When you ride it, Counterblast 2, fetch any Overlord you want. So if you want Legion, you fetch the Legion. If you want the Legend, you fetch the Legend. And you can combo up skills that way if you've taken a little bit too early damage. And then it poops itself onto the field and turns into a Nahalem. And Nahalem is fucking great. And literally you want to maximize the amount of Nahalems that you can in this deck because you want to swing with those grade 2s. You want to get the extra stage off of your grade 4 attack. It's so good. Next up, last grade 3, 2 copies of Dragonic Overlord the Great. So, you know, for those grindy ass motherfucking games You hold one of these in your hand, drop it on like turn 20, Legion. They got nothing left, son. Bam! Alright. That's enough about the awesomeness of my main deck. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah. And Conroe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Onward to the extra deck. The grade 4s. The piece de la resistance that like actually fucking kills people. And I start with 2, not 4, Dragonic Overlord the Ace. Because Kagero, as a whole, is all about resource management. And this motherfucking guy eats Counterblast faster than anything. And if you don't have Conroes, and you wanted, like, and you need to fetch something else with this, and not always fucking Conroe, maybe a PG, maybe a Bella, maybe a Stride Fighter, you don't know. That's why you only run 2 of these. Plus, it's not a guaranteed kill. But I'll tell you what is a guaranteed kill. Back to the Legend deck. The Legend of Novell Express. Fucking beautiful card. This card makes me wet on the inside when I use it on people. And I attack them. And then before the turn, before even checking my drive checks, I reach my hand across the table and say, good game. Because they're at 5 damage, they eat any attack during your turn, this motherfucker, make sure they're not healing. Kills them. Dead. Insta-kill. Beautiful. Next, you want to run 4 Dragonic Blademaster Titan. It's an excellent card. Blazing, gains a crit, and it pops stuff for Counterblast 1 of how many face-up Titans you have. And it's can't go wrong with that. It's almost free retire, get a good crit going. You have a Nahalem or a Spherical Lord on the right or the left, and you're hitting 26, 31, whatever. Then you have a 16 before your even triggers. And it's solid. Next up. Probably unfortunate. It's highly unfortunate that this has to be in here. Because again, resource management. Vortex Desire. Vortex Dragon is one of my favorite grade 3s of all time. And Vortex Dragon is fucking great. Can do another deck profile later. But this guy, he's not very good. But you do get that free flip over, and you know, if it hits, it can kill up to 3 units if you're in Legion. So, Yup. It ain't bad at all. What you gonna do, right? But it does the job. It flips over one of your Titans, and then if you're in a game where you G-guard first and you can go into Titan first, and they don't have anything down, or later in the game, you can flip this over and be fine and like not worry about losing anything. It was pretty good. Next, we have the Great Chicken. And if you have seen the episode of Cardfight Vanguard G, where frickin' Mamoru uses this thing, and it looks like a goddamn rubber chicken with antlers, and it's sticking its arm out and going, Bakick! Fucking blowing up Luard's shit. Eternal Bringer Griffin. I run it at 3. You don't have to run it at 3, you can run it at 2 and kinda play around with your extra deck a little bit, but it's not a this thing gives people nightmares because they don't want to attack, they don't want to put good cards on the field when they know you have heal triggers in hand because you're gonna blow up their shit. Combine this with Belog or Rulin or Sadig, you can get some good retire combos off. And save you a lot of shield. Fuck resist. You know, you son of a bitch, fucking school animals staring at me. Next up, 1 Seal Orb Dragon. Kagero doesn't have numbers for G cards, unfortunately, So the biggest shield you can get off a G Guardian is a 20k, but if they don't have 4 or more rear guards, or no, 4 or less, they have 4 or less rear guards, you get a 20k shield out of a 10. That's not bad. And then the last card in the deck, as a buddy of mine put it, it is your ultimate destruction noodle. If they're dumb enough and have a full field and they swing at your Vanguard with their Vanguard first, Defeat Flare will eat their shit. Put 2 Overlords back in your deck, counterblast 1, and then you wipe their back row. Resist can suck it! Right, Gene? Yeah, fuck yeah. And it's beautiful. Watching people play around that, fucking squirming. It's nice. Oh! Kagura's master race. Yeah. Step 1, make Vanguard great again, is quit being a pussy. Step 2, pick up one of these babies. Play a real fucking clan. Play Kagura. Because it is the best and you know it. Gene thinks so too.